from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Gownley. A part-time police officer has been charged with homicide after a deadly crash in Carbon County. 26-year-old Stephen Homenko of Beaver Meadows was arrested on Wednesday morning. According to police, Homenko was a part-time police officer in Nesquehoning when the crash that killed 69-year-old Corolla Sowers of Hazleton took place. The accident occurred on Route 209 near Jim Thorpe in May of 2014. Investigators say Homenko was speeding and driving recklessly at the time of the crash. The Pennsylvania Attorney General's office is prosecuting the case. The Wilkes-Barre man who was charged with shooting and killing another man while mishandling firearms will not be facing any felony charges. 25-year-old Delroy Tomer appeared before a district magistrate on Tuesday and waived his rights to a preliminary hearing in an agreement with prosecutors who dropped the felony charges of aggravated assault. Prosecutors kept the charges of misdemeanor of carrying a firearm without a license and tampering with evidence for trial. According to police, Tomer was in a car with 3 other people, and the woman in the car said she left 2 pistols in a second car and asked Tomer to retrieve them. When he was handed the second gun, he allegedly grabbed it in a way that the gun discharged. Police say the bullet hit Colleen Rose and out in her right hip and out his left buttocks. Colleen Rowe was pronounced dead at the hospital in the morning of April 2nd. Tomer remains behind bars on $100,000 bail while he awaits his formal arraignment at the Luzerne County Courthouse in July. Last night, Hazleton City Council approved a contract for a runway safety project at the Hazleton Regional Airport. The contract was awarded to Hazleton site contractors, who were the only contractors to submit a bid for the work. The city received a 95% aviation grant to construct the improvements, including adding over 100 feet to the runway to make it safer. Also in the grant, the airport will receive gates, fencing, and security upgrades, including a plate scanner. The total project will cost about $1.9 million. Councilman David Sosar said he supports the project, but has problems with the city always giving the airport money.
I'm happy to see that they're getting monies to help improve the airport. We need that. The airport, however, as far as I'm concerned, should be self-sufficient at this point. It has been, according to the mayor's own report from last year, they made approximately $100,000. So my personal feeling is that the money that we budget that goes on into their particular fund needs to stop, and or if there's any monies that we have been giving them that they have made profit on, that they begin to compensate the city. The city, everybody knows, is on a tight budget, and if they are making money, it's time for them, I believe, to start recouping some of that for the city.
Also at last night's meeting, Council thanked Lisa Shima, who has been the city clerk for the past 8 years and will be leaving the city on Friday. Council has yet to pick a replacement for Shima's position. Arby's fast food restaurant held its grand opening this morning, welcoming the members of the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce to celebrate. Arby's restaurant has sat on Susquehanna Boulevard in West Hazleton for the past 20 years, and now it has been remodeled inside and out.
The store's been here for 20 years. It's been up and down. We had the opportunity to purchase it, and we remodeled, and we're very happy with the way the store came out. We've enjoyed the people of Hazleton. We have some great staff, all obviously from the immediate area. The store is fantastic. We had on the pace to have a record year, and as a brand, Arby's is having a record year. Sales have been fantastic. Got some great marketing, some great new products. Just keep hitting it out of the park for the last 12 months.
As Dunn said, there are 21 employees at Arby's, and they will be working part-time and full-time hours. The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce came out this morning to help celebrate their 1-year anniversary since purchasing the franchise and remodeling it.
We've had great response. Obviously, the interior looks fantastic. The outside, we have the new signs. So we just want to reintroduce ourselves as a community, and been ecstatic to be here. Have been very well received, and we have a cake and Chamber of Commerce here to celebrate with us our anniversary date.
Arby's, which is open for business, is located on Susquehanna Boulevard and Deer Run Road. in West Hazelton. As WYLN told you yesterday on Evening Edition, Dunham's Sports will become the new anchor store tenant at the Laurel Mall. Dunham's will be taking the entire 50,000 square foot space of the former JCPenney store. Today, WYLN spoke with Laurel Mall manager Amy Rusing.
Construction shortly, and the space will be completely renovated. It will look nothing like the former JCPenney space. It'll be brand new, brand spanking new with new fixtures, a whole fresh look.
Approximately 50 to 60 jobs will be created when Dunham's opens, which is expected to take place this October.
Dunham's Sportswear, they carry a lot of sports equipment, so you can find things for whatever your sporting passion is. Hunting, fishing, canoeing, biking, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, you name it, they've got it. Dunham's is a national chain. They have about 200 stores nationwide. This spot is 50,000 square feet. Their prototypical store is about 35,000 square feet, so it'll be a little bit bigger than average.
Dunham's will join Kmart and Boscov's as another anchor store at the Laurel Mall. The mall hopes to have more stores coming soon, and more announcements could be made on those new stores as early as this July. Tonight, the firefighting community is mourning the loss of a longtime fire chief from Rush Township. Fire Chief Scott Brill passed away this morning following a battle with cancer. Brill was the fire chief of the Quake's Fire Company for over 20 years. The fire company's Facebook page official posted this comment, quote, "This is a sad day for many as family, friends, and fellow firefighters mourn the loss of a great husband, son, father, chief, and friend. Scott Brill, you will never be forgotten. Our firehouse will never be the same. You dedicated so many hours, sweat, and blood into us and the firehouse. We will always remember the amazing man you are and the things you have done. You are free from hurt and suffering now, and we will see you again one day. Rest in peace, our friend, always in our hearts," unquote. All of us at WYLN send our condolences to the Brill family and the Quake Fire Company. Time now for a first look at our forecast. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, a rainy day here in northeastern Pennsylvania, but what can we expect weather-wise as we head into our weekend?
Well, it definitely is going to shape up to be much nicer as we go into this weekend, but of course we had the showers, the sprinkles, and a lot of the clouds around that kept temperatures down compared to where they could have been if in fact we saw sunny skies today. There you can see some of the showers that have been throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Some severe weather now occurring, at least tornado watches which are occurring from Nebraska through Kansas, parts of Oklahoma, and parts of western Texas. Now we're not going to see any type of severe weather. We've been dealing with some very mild temperatures. These are the past 24-hour high temperatures. These numbers you see here basically were occurring yesterday at this time. Since then, temperatures a little bit cooler because, of course, we had the precipitation around today and a lot of those clouds. It's now 61 in New Angola, 65 in Berwick, 63 in Bloomsburg, and 63 degrees in Danville. What can we expect the rest of this weekend as we head into the weekend? I'll have the 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. Ann?
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, details on the first ever open forum to talk with senior citizens in our area about the services that the city can provide them. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbaczyk is back with a full look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News, Greater Hazelton's only local news broadcast, with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Kristen Bazinski, Weather with Joe Garbaczyk, and Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Are you tired of your old car? Independence Toyota Scion in the Airport Beltway in Hazelton has an incredible spring savings deal for you. It's Chris Stash's Cash for Clunkers time. $3,000 minimum pre-owned trade-in allowance. Chris doesn't care if you push that old clunker in, pull that tired old clunker in, get it there any way you can and trade it for a car you'll love to drive. Over 80 pre-owned vehicles are available, all inspected, detailed, and ready to go. Independence Toyota Scion in Hazelton for exceptional service, the best selection of vehicles, and a minimum trade-in allowance of $3,000 for your clunker. Stop in and see Chris and his friendly team today.
Just in time for summer, Cloud9 Personal Training and Fitness in Drums is expanding. Big time. More space, more equipment, many personal trainers and fitness coaches. Plus, boot camp, youth strength and conditioning, yoga. And coming soon, CrossFit. Call now to learn more. 570-690-0859. Get off the couch and on Cloud9.
Representatives from the city of Hazleton and public safety officials met with local seniors today to discuss topics that concern the community. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has more on this story.
The first ever open forum was held today at the Greater Hazleton Active Adult Center on Broad Street. Officials with the city spoke to senior citizens about the services that they provide. The goal was to familiarize residents with city leaders and department heads. Linda Kohut was in attendance and represented the Area Agency on Aging.
Active Adult Center provides a lot of services, and the City of Hazleton has been very instrumental and supportive in keeping the center here. We also wanted to invite the public. We're open to people who are age 50 and over. We have programs locally in the community at the Hazleton YMCA that are supported by the Primetime Fitness Program, and there is no charge to people who qualify for these programs. So please feel free to stop by anytime. We have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of volunteer opportunities. And we'd be happy to have you.
The one-hour forum touched on topics such as transit, taxes, and public safety. Mayor Joe Iannuzzi was pleased with today's turnout and would like to see more sessions held in the future.
We had some really good questions. They paid attention to our directors when they said what they wanted, and they came back with great questions, and we went a whole hour of questions, so you know what it was. And I talked to my directors, and they all loved it. They thought that was great. Some questions were answered that people never thought of before, and now they have these answers.
Crime is on the minds of everyone, regardless of age. Many seniors had concerns about police protection, and Chief Frank DeAndrea addressed the audience on public safety issues.
I was not surprised that 7 of the 9 questions all dealt with the lack of policing and or the feeling that we need more police. I was also extremely pleased to see that every person recognized the efforts that are put forth by not only the police department, the fire department, the highway department, and I'm gracious to recognize or to hear that they recognize we are doing absolutely everything that we possibly can as a department and as a city with the limited resources that we have.
The forum is one of many events held at the center throughout the year. It also offers daily activities from Monday through Friday for interested seniors.
We provide a fun place for them to come and socialize, and we have a nutritious lunch, different speakers coming in, and activities going on for them Monday through Friday throughout the week.
The Area Agency on Aging would also like the seniors to know that the Farmers Market Voucher Program will begin in June. It offers around 11,000 vouchers for seniors in Hazleton, Luzerne, and Wyoming counties. You can contact your local center for the dates and times to apply for the program. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast, plus details on where you can find recycling bins in the Greater Hazleton area as part of an area-wide recycling program. Stay tuned. More news is headed your way, only on WYLN.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Here at Classic Floor Covering, we take pride in all our works of art. Take a look at a few. Classic Floor Covering. Who do you trust for your floor covering needs?
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit Hazleton. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
As always, we thank Craig Waswich of Bedrock Gardens for supplying us with the mulch and sprucing up our outdoor weather set, as well as the Covered Wagon for supplying us with some of the flowers that you see behind me. Well, today a little bit different temperature-wise compared to the last couple of days with the clouds and the precipitation. It kind of kept temperatures down a bit. Onto the map for today, and well, not the best of days, but at the same time, it could always be worse this time of year. We know how weather changes, especially here in the higher elevations of northeastern Pennsylvania. Temperature-wise, again, cooler because we did have a lot of those clouds around and some of the precipitation, some of the showers and sprinkles. Good thing is, those are going to start to move away from our area. Live 35 Skycast Doppler. We still got a couple of sprinkles, a couple of stray showers across parts of our area. We'll have to deal with that as we head into this evening. Temperature-wise, we're at 60 degrees, our live Lehigh Tire conditions. Outside our station in Hazleton, and we picked up slightly under 1/10 of an inch of rainfall since the midnight hour. Our Coordinated Health Almanac page for the day, 63 and 50. That's below the average high of 67. 90 and 34, the records still stand. 5:55, 8:06, sunrise and sunset for the daytime hours of tomorrow. 67 now, Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport, 62 in Mount Pocono, 60 in Selinsgrove, 62. Well, now it's up to 66 in Johnstown, and now it's 82. That's a place to be right now in Pittsburgh, where the warmth continues to remain. Up in the Wyoming Valley area, from Nanticoke through Wilkes-Barre, Kingston, and Lehman, temperatures generally in the upper 60s to near 70 degrees. So again, had some of those showers around, some sprinkles, some heavier downpours you can see out through here as indicated by the oranges and yellows. So we'll still have to deal with some of that unstable weather going through this evening, and then things start to clear out, and tomorrow shaping up to be, I think, not a bad looking day across our area. Temperature wise, there you can see the numbers tonight, 50s, maybe some upper 40s tomorrow. Then getting up into the 70s, looking like a pretty decent day out there. And Friday morning, generally temperatures in the 50s to near 60 degrees. So this ridge builds in as we start going into tomorrow for our Thursday. That brings in some warmer air, some pleasant conditions, high pressure just offshore, and looking very nice as we head into this upcoming weekend for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect over the next couple of days. Not looking too bad at all. 73, 76, 78 for Saturday, and the 70s for Sunday. And then early next week, a chance of some showers, but still on a mild side. Our Pennsylvania lottery numbers, a daytime drawing, pick 2, 08 to pick 3, 772, and a pick 4, 4363. We'll continue to have more for you coming up after this break.
Tujac Cycle and Power Sports is your power sports authority. Here you'll find a brand selection that can't be beat. From 2 wheels, 3 wheels, 4 wheels, and on the water too. Plus, Tujac has the apparel and accessories to make you feel like a pro. So hold onto your seat and rev it up. At Tujac Cycle and Power Sports, Cole Street, Wilkes-Barre, your power sports authority.
Can I use this in my kitchen?
What's your amperage? Get a multi-tester on your positive lead. If it's wired 3-phase sequential and grounded right, it might work. You'll need these for the install.
Shocked by customer service these days?
Amperage?
Service Electric Cablevision has the ultimate entertainment experience. Let our friendly team hook you up with a new whole home 6-tuner DVR. Record up to 6 shows at once, then access everything from any TV in your home. Service Electric Cablevision. It's all about you.
I grew up in Pittston. I know what it takes to live in a small town. I know a lot of these people, and they know me.
And
And that's why I believe everyone should have access to high-quality, affordable health care. And why I'm pleased to tell you about a new choice, Coordinated Health. I want the very best for my family, friends, and neighbors, and I know Coordinated Health
will bring a new level of patient care to the Wyoming Valley.
If you are a resident in the city of Hazleton, you can now pick up a new recycling bin thanks to the Hazleton City Authority and Kreitzers. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
The Hazleton City Authority, along with the new trash and recycling haulers for Hazleton, have teamed up and provided new recycling bins to Hazleton residents. Executive Director of the Hazleton City Authority, Randy Cahalan, spoke with WYLN today about how residents should take advantage of this recycling program.
The contract with Kreitzer Sanitation was for them to have 10,500 bins available. And we're trying to get them out to the customers in the city of Hazleton. Kreitzer started the contract January 1st of this year, and the intent is really to try to increase the amount of recycling in the city, get the residents excited about recycling.
Cahalan said when the authority and the new garbage haulers agreed on a new contract, one of the major points were recycling.
Things of the new contract is to pick up garbage and recycling materials in the alleys. So most now, instead of people that live in the alleys taking their garbage and recycling down to the end of the alley and having big piles, we're wanting them to put their garbage and recycling material in front of their houses in the alley. And that way, they'll have better access that way, and we can increase the recycling.
The authority wants to make more residents aware of the recycling program that the city has.
We want to try to increase that. One of the ways we're doing that with this new contract with Kreitzer Sanitation was in January 1st, we instituted single stream recycling.
Like Cahalan said, now you'll be able to put all your recyclables in one container instead of having multiple containers. So you can put your paper, plastic, aluminum, and tin all in one bin. Cahalan said for now, one bin will be allowed per home.
At this point, one bin per household, that's right. A lot of people are asking what they're going to do with the old bins. I mean, you can keep the old bins if they're in decent shape. You can use them as an overflow. They can also be put out. If Kreitzer has said if the old bins are in bad shape, you can put a sign on them and say, "Take me," and they'll take the old bin, and dispose of it.
If you live in Hazleton and want to pick up a bin, you still have time.
They bring a bill, a current bill or an old bill with their account number, and as long as they have an account number and a garbage account, we'll give them a bin, along with the literature and a refrigerator magnet that tells you what materials can be put in recycling.
Again, the authority is located at 400 East Arthur Gardner Parkway and is open Monday through Friday from 9 till 4 and this Saturday from 10 till 2. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Gabriella Justin is in for Eric DeBardinas with sports here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
For all your projects, large and small, Bedrock Gardens has it all. They are fully stocked and ready to fill your order. Rubber mulch and rubber curbing to match. Lots of color choices to pick from. Wall stone, natural stone, full pallets ready to go. Their bins are full with rich colored quality mulch that will look wonderful all season long. Finish off your fabulous outdoor space with their quality patio furniture and easy to assemble fire pits. Everything you need for your summer projects. Delivery available, or just stop by and they will load you up. Bedrock Gardens, locally owned and operated. Call today.
The horror. Brother, it's horrible under here. We gotta go get some parts from here as you pull it. Smell that? I love the smell of a salvage yard in the morning. Smells like victory. Victory!
Check out their 3 locations: Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg. Harry Jou Pullet, making their customers victorious.
We start the day off with a rain delay from a scheduled 10:35 a.m. first pitch at PNC Field. Rail Riders hosting the Gwinnett Braves. The Rail Riders, Eddie Rodriguez with the first run of the game, RBI by Slade Heathcott in the bottom of the third, pretty much setting the tone for the rest of the game. The bottom of the fourth playing a major role in Scranton Wilkes-Barre's win. By the Rail Riders up to first base, and we'll go into the bottom of the seventh, where we're going to have a hit by Barrett Kleineck. He pops it out to right field, and that's the end of that play. A very happy right fielder at the Braves. Top of the ninth, Barrett Kleineck again, number 24 for the Braves, drops one out to right field for a single. Now we have number 28, Joe Benson for the Braves, pops one out to right field as well. Leading us to our next play, where number 28 for the Braves brings one in, and that will end the bottom of the eighth. Cedric Hunter with the sacrifice fly out to center field, bringing in the Braves' Reyes to home. Despite that run, the Braves will take the loss to the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders. Rail Riders looking to continue their home series against the Braves tomorrow night at PNC Field at 6:35. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pens continuing their postseason play tonight at Manchester after coming out on top in their round one series against the Syracuse Crunch. Matt Murray, no surprise, a key player in the Baby Pen success, making 33 saves on 35 shots. Round 2, Game 1 tonight. The Wilkes-Barre Scranton Pens taking on the Monarchs at Manchester. This series history-making, as it is the first ever meeting between the Penguins and Monarchs in the Calder Cup playoffs. The Baby Pens have made it to the second round each of the last 5 seasons, the only team in the American Hockey League to have done so. Here's a look back at Coach Hines' road to the playoffs with the WBS Pens.
There's a little bit different styles of every team you play, so I think over the course of 76 games, you want to try to find what each team's strengths are, and then just make sure that our players are aware of those. And then you want to try to bring your best game, what we do well. We want to make sure that those components are really in place tonight, and then we got to make sure that as a team we're ready to play for 60 minutes.
The Pens players each putting a tremendous amount of effort into this postseason, but of course we must shed some light on the 20-year-old goaltender, Matt Murray. As I mentioned earlier, Murray with 33 saves on 35 shots in the Pens' victory, which closed out their series against the Syracuse Crunch. The Pens looking for a similar outcome in tonight's game against the Monarchs. The puck drops at Verizon Wireless Arena at 7 p.m. WILN will have highlights for you later tonight. Stay tuned. Joe G is coming up next with a look at our forecast.
At Cuck's Turkey Farm, we are family-owned and operated for over 45 years, and we consistently strive to produce premium poultry. We offer the finest all-natural country poultry, antibiotic-free, all-vegetarian fed with superior white meat yield and exceptional flavor. So we invite you to experience the unique natural taste of our poultry for your enjoyment and your health. Give us a call or stop in today.
Well, we still have some rain across parts of our area. You can see a little bit of some light rain, some showers, some sprinkles. Out through here, actually some locally heavy downpours. So again, some of that unsettled weather still sticks with us as we head through this evening, but then things start to clear out quite nicely, and things shaping up to be pretty nice as we go into our Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. We got temperatures in the 70s. There's going to be areas probably that will be in the 80s, I think, as we go into our Saturday, looking like the nicest in terms of temperature values over the next several days. And then as we go into early next week, another chance of some showers around.
All right. Well, I like that there's only 1 day of showers compared to when we were in April, and all it was rain.
Yeah, we can use all the rain always.
I think the flowers are getting even bigger outside.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, they're definitely nice. Definitely. Of course, we thank Covered Wagon for giving us those.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's it for us tonight. Thank you so much, Joe, for a nice forecast.
Well, thank you, Ann, for a nice newscast, and Gabby for a great sportscast.
It's time to go.
So we got it. Yeah, it's time to get out of here.
Have a good night, everyone.